Hello, welcome back to the Football Terrace. Thank you all so much for tuning in as ever. Please smash that like button and hit the share button as well. We hit 99,000 subscribers today. Oh, hang on. Got my computer on in the background. I came through. 99,000 subscribers hit today. 1,000 to go until we hit the magic 100k. Big thank you to all of you that have made that possible. Now, some interesting news has hit the headlines in the last day or so, and it could be, and I say could because this is media speculation, but this could be terrible, terrible news for Manchester United Football Club and brilliant news for Liverpool fans. So we know that Liverpool were linked. What do we give you? What the basic headlines are? Man United, we were told yesterday, were in pole position to sign James Maddison from Leicester City, a replacement for Paul Pogba should he leave for around £60 million. We know Barcelona were the favourites to sign De Ligt, Man United coming in just behind them. We know there's been a lot of talk and a lot of conversation. In the last 24 hours, the dust has settled from the Champions League victory, the wonderful parade that Liverpool put on, and now it appears that Liverpool could hijack both those deals and have a very good chance of pulling them both away from Manchester United. Odds on De Ligt joining Liverpool have absolutely crushed and gone to almost odds on with a number of bookies across the UK over the course of this afternoon. The Maddison deal to Manchester United again has skewed the odds massively, and many publications and media outlets believe that Liverpool Football Club have hijacked those deals and are now favourites to sign those two individuals. And my first thought when I read this was, why am I surprised? Why am I surprised that Liverpool, with the way they're playing football, the structure of the club, the fact that they also need to improve, everybody needs to continue to improve. The money they've earned this year through how well they did in the Premier League, Champions League money, and of course their ever-growing revenue streams. Why would they not? Why would they not? And someone that Philip just put up here, super chat. Look at this. So check the super chat out there. It says the odds went from 20 to 1 to 4 to 1 on De Ligt to join Liverpool. We are second favourites to get him. Barcelona still remain favourites to land in. That is absolutely right. But according to the bookies, according to the media, Liverpool have taken both deals away from Manchester United. James Maddison and De Ligt. So make of that what you will. Lots of people are putting bets on it. Now, when lots of people start putting money on something, it might just be fluke. It could just be Liverpool fans getting excited because of the news. But is there something somebody somewhere within the spectrum of Liverpool knows and has leaked information? I don't know. But as a United fan, as a Man United fan, if Liverpool sign these two players that I know and you know Woodward has been chasing, that we have earmarked as replacements for, well, one to rejuvenate our defence and a replacement for Paul Pogba. If they are taken away from Man United and next year they are playing at Anfield week in, week out, playing for the red half of Liverpool and not the red half of Manchester, I don't care how any Man United fan tries to dress that up, it will sting. It will be like rubbing salt and vinegar into a gaping wound on your body. It would truly feel like that to me. Genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, that is how it would feel. And not only that, how much better would Liverpool be? Another creative aspect added to their team in James Maddison. And with De Ligt and Van Dijk at the back, in my opinion, in my very humble opinion, over the next couple of years, that is going to develop potentially into the greatest centre-back partnership in Premier League history. And I hate saying that. I hate saying it as a Man United fan. But it's all, look how great Liverpool's defence was last year. Adding De Ligt into that, it should be illegal. Like, it should be illegal. It really should. What I'm going to do is go through a couple of the stories that I've read today. The first one is here. It says Van Dijk makes De Ligt transfer statement amid Liverpool interest. We'll skip through all the nonsense. We'll just go to what Van Dijk has said himself. He says, asked about Van Dijk as he prepares to face the Three Lions in the Nations League. Van Dijk was giving very little away. It says, I think De Ligt is a fantastic player and any decision he makes will be the right one for him. He's a great professional, very clever. He can improve, of course, and he will get much better. Hopefully he can choose a big club because he deserved that. I spoke to him about his future and that his next club is secret. The most important thing is to keep playing, getting minutes to develop your football. And that's an interesting one there. That's the sentence in that stood out to me, to keep playing football. There is a lot of talk, and this isn't just because Van Dijk has made this statement. It's been going on for 3 or 4 weeks now, that one of the legitimate football reasons for De Ligt potentially not going to Barcelona is the fact that he wouldn't be guaranteed first team football. At Man United, he definitely would be. At Liverpool, again, he would. He's better than Gomez. He's better than Lovren. He's better than Matip. He would walk straight into that team. And what a partnership. Next to the world's best centre-back, the world's future best centre-back. And if Liverpool could get 3 or 4 years of them both at their absolute best together, they're winning back-to-back league titles. They're not going to concede any goals. Then they've got Alisson behind them. Look, you know me. I'm a Man United fan. I've got no love lost to Liverpool, but I have to call things as I see them. It is a scary thought, and it should be. Listen, Arsenal fans and Chelsea fans, but you're going to banter Man United. Go, you've been hijacked by your biggest rivals. The egg's on your face, because all that will. If Man United get hijacked by Liverpool for these players, all that's going to do is stop you winning major trophies as well. It's good for no one. It is good for no one other than, of course, Liverpool. It's brilliant for Liverpool. You know, I had a Man City fan tweet me about it. That's the first time I read about it. And I'm thinking, what are you laughing about, mate? If they sign those 2 players, coupled with what they've got, and don't lose anyone big, they're toppling you next year, City. They're toppling you. It's a madness. It's a madness. There's another article as well and it was kind of looking at what the formation would be like if James Maddison and De Ligt both signed. I won't read the story because it is what it is, but I mean, I just looked at this team then, right? Alisson in goal, Trent, De Ligt, Van Dijk, Robertson. Trent's got a little bit of improving to do defensively. But when you look at that back 5, including the goalkeeper, it's the best defensive lineup in the world. It is. You can't tell me a better one across the board. Midfield would be Fabinho. They put Wijnaldum and Maddison. That's got everything you need. Breaking up of play, energy, skill, passing and creativity. And then the front 3 of Firmino, Salah and Mane. That is a scary first 11. And then you've got the likes of Shaqiri and Gomez, James Milner, Henderson, Divock Origi, who's now sort of come out of nowhere. Look, I don't want to say it's a good team, but you've got to. Yeah, someone there put the Oxlade-Chamberlain. There we go. It is a scary prospect. So this is what I would say. If it happens, I congratulate Liverpool. They would sign 2 great players. We're not going to play it down. Equally, what I would like Man United to sign Maddison now, because I've seen about 6 prominent Liverpool YouTubers talk about how much they want Maddison. If he signs for Man United, I don't want to hear anything about, actually, maybe, I want to hear, United have got a good player now. However, we've got to be really, really honest. I've got a horrible feeling in my water. That Liverpool are going to sign both of these players. I even forgot about Keita. Jesus, they've got Naby Keita to come back into that team as well. And they will buy another forward. With Daniel Sturridge leaving up, I think that's been confirmed today. They're going to buy another attacker as well. They could also sign someone like Pepe. Jeez, can you imagine? Another super chat here says, always enjoy the hard work you put in. Thank you, Miss Fly. I appreciate that. Thank you. Someone says, let's talk about 6. No, we're not going to talk about 6. I've praised you for that. It's done now. It's history. People don't talk about history. It's over. There we go. And I'm only messing. There we go. A lot of people here saying Bruno Fernandes is better. Listen, we don't know if Bruno Fernandes is better in the Premier League or not. So somebody actually today on Twitter put out like a little combination and they put a midfield of, I think it was I'm going to get it up on my Twitter feed so I can actually remember exactly who it was. And this is about framing things right and us using the right language, and I think stopping some crazy expectations. But where is it? What were we saying? Oh, sorry. I just got a tweet from Neeks. I love winding Neeks up and saying people that are actually Caribbean and English. It's a joke, and I just read a tweet from it. Where is it at? Where are we going? Why can't I find it? I can't even see it. There we go. Where are we going? Nope. I can't find my tweet. How can I not find my own tweet? Okay, yeah, so someone put this out. So it's on here. Someone put rate this midfield out of 10. And it had Rabiot, Ndombele, and Bruno Fernandes. And I quote tweeted it and just said that it's impossible to rate as they have not played together for a substantial period of time at a club that's run correctly. Move on. And I kind of feel that about saying Bruno Fernandes is better than Maddison. They haven't played in the same league. They haven't played, like they haven't gone toe to toe. We haven't seen Bruno Fernandes in the Premier League, so we don't know if he would be a better signing. It's a non-debate. It's all based on hypotheticals, and hypothetical debates are pointless because you can't prove them either way. So that's not doing it. So when we get all these, this could be our lineup. What potential lineup would be best? We don't know. Nobody knows. Not even the manager potentially putting it together really knows in his heart of hearts what is going to work. All it does is build up a sense of expectation and pressure upon us and upon the players in the club that is completely unnecessary and completely unneeded. It's as simple as that. A comment there from Cristiano who says that Maddison is better than Pogba. Now don't talk soft, son. Don't talk soft. Terry, do you think Liverpool should sign Buffon or De Rossi as a veteran to help the younger players? I don't know. I think if you go through... Look, okay, in terms of winning league titles, how many of the Liverpool players have done that? James Milner has... Wijnaldum has won a league title in Holland. Maybe not many more than that, which I get, right? I understand. But what I would kind of say to that is you won the Champions League. Your manager has won titles. The club has won titles. The people at the club that are elder statesmen that can talk to young people. You've got legends of the clubs that have done that. So I don't necessarily think you need to go out and do that, in my humble opinion. But there we go. We had another super chat come through there. Thank you very, very much from James, who says, silly season. Yeah, I love silly season. I do admit, I do love the transfer window. It's amazing. It's so fun. It's so some of the stories, some of everything. It's great. Love it. Absolutely love it. I'm going to do some more of your live comments. I'm going to get up on my phone now. It's a little bit easier to read them out than it is to read them off the screen in front of me. Man City should get punished by UEFA. Okay, bore off. That's boring now. We'll wait and see what happens. Longstaff and Sessegnon to United is what Sammy Playboy thinks. Wouldn't be bad signings. Especially young Ryan Sessegnon. Rate him a lot. This is from Haz, who says, I must say, Terry, we've seen how good Ndombele is in the Champions League when he tore City apart. Listen. All the individual players in that three-man midfield have been brilliant at their respective clubs. But that doesn't mean that they're going to... We don't know whether... You can't rate them out of 10 as a midfield three playing for Man United in the Premier League. You can say how good you think it may be, but all you're doing is setting expectations that may not be fulfilled. That is what generates the anger, and that anger is what generates the disgusting hate and abuse that too many football players and too many people are subjected to via social media these days. So let's stop the stupid expectations. Let's stop the hypotheticals being debated and then published as fact, which happens all the time. The amount of people that deliver an opinion but say facts. It's not fact. If 1 million people have the same opinion about a hypothetical situation or a preference, doesn't make it a fact. It just simply doesn't. And we have to get away from that because it's what leads to the abuse of players, managers, club officials, fans. And it's disgusting. It really is disgusting. And it stems from that. It stems from that kind of talk and that kind of rhetoric, in my view and opinion. Stick to premium base players, Maguire and Maddison. Moreno is leaving. Yeah, of course Moreno is going to leave. Sorry, I've got itchy nose. He's definitely going to leave. Terry, if Brewster has a similar season like 94 to 98, Michael Owen, do you see him being in the England squad? If any English player plays like Michael Owen did in that 4-year period, of course he's going to be in the England squad. Michael Owen was, at that point, was arguably the best striker in the world. Until he'd done his hamstring a few times, he was almost untouchable. Almost untouchable. So if Brewster can do that, of course he'll be involved with the England setup. Absolutely. The Jose Mourinho autobiography will be interesting about United. Yeah, that is going to sell some serious copies, isn't it? It's going to be madness. It's going to be a madness. What about Son, Terry? He's a perfect signing for United and affordable. Yeah, there's a lot of talk. There's a lot of talk about... there's a hell of a lot of talk about Christian Eriksen leaving Spurs, Son... And I'm going to do a video touching on that more tomorrow and go into it with a bit more detail. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised at all. I've been saying this for a while. The after effects of losing another semi-final or final, these players ripping up trees most of the season, but then ending up with nothing. That is painful. It hurts. And they've got a validity period. Footballers are not like you and me. I will support Man United and love watching football until the day I die, which is hopefully when I'm 90, 100 years old, right? But a footballer at 30, between 32 and 35 is generally done. So when you start hitting 27, 28 and you're not winning major trophies, you're going to look at leaving. Very few players stay at one club when they're not winning major trophies for such a long time. It's as simple as that. Adam says, Terry, my missus fancies you, I'm fuming. I don't believe you, but I apologise if you are fuming. We had another super chat here. It's from Tyrone. A massive donation of £10. So thank you very, very much, Tyrone. He says, I don't think Liverpool should sign De Ligt because of Raiola. I don't want Liverpool to let that toxicity of high player wages and agent fees into the club like United have. That's a really good point, and I completely understand where you're coming from with that train of thought. I really, really do. It makes perfect sense to me. Perfect sense. Rack in the comments here says, I'd love this to happen, but I don't think we'll sign De Ligt. His reported salary demands are over 200k per week. That would be more than Van Dijk and Salah. Unless he takes 150k per week, he won't come to us. That would be an even... Rack, I get your point. Again, I think it's a very educated opinion. That would also... Imagine how much more that would hurt Man United. Imagine how much more Liverpool hijack the deal and they get him in at lower wages than we offered. It'd be painful. It'd be peak. It would... In fairness, it would make sense because of where Liverpool Football Club find themselves to where Man United do. What they could offer someone like De Ligt is that as his base wage, and should league titles, Champions Leagues, and certain achievements be made, slightly larger bonuses that could fill that differential. But you have to actually earn that money as opposed to just being paid it, as an example. But yes, the wage structure will be... That's the one thing that could help Barcelona here and maybe Man United, is the wage structure. That if De Ligt comes in at 250 a week, Van Dijk, Salah, Mane, Firmino, these players are all, sooner or later, maybe Robertson, Trent, they're all going to be knocking on the door wanting 50, 100, 150,000 pound a week pay rises, and that could become too costly for Liverpool. So they have to manage that. They have to manage that very, very well indeed. There's no doubt about it. Let's do a couple more comments. Terry, have an agenda against Arsenal? What agenda is that? Calm yourself down. Everyone's just shouting Ronaldo's name. Has Ronaldo just scored a great goal or something? Who knew? Who knew that Ronaldo was capable of scoring great goals? Great players score great goals. There we go. Listen, I appreciate you all tuning in as ever. Before we leave though, there's like 800 of you tuning in. Can you all please hit that like button for me? All right? Can you all please hit that like button for me? It's the very best way that you can support the channel. Thank you for all the super chats tonight. They mean the absolute world to us at the channel. They really, really do. Take care of yourselves. God bless, and we'll see you all again soon. Bye-bye.